My name is Will Stone. I'm a poet and translator and essayist from England. I live in the region of Suffolk, and I was invited to come to the Robert Walser installation by Thomas Hirschhorn to talk about why I felt Robert Walser was important to me and in the world of literature. And I've just performed that function and delivered my lecture, and it was most enjoyable to share with the audience my thoughts on Robert Walser's singular genius as a poet writing in prose, and also on his relationships with other poets and authors that I tend to revere. And in my researches into doing the talk today, I realised that there was almost a family of like-minded, or rather than like-minded, writers and poets who had a similar trajectory. So I discussed that as well in terms of their personal situation and their creative output. And I also read some of my own poems, or one poem called Walser's Last Walk, which I dedicated to the poet and translator Michael Hamburger, who died in 2007, who was a great influence on me and a friend. And I also read a couple of other pieces I read one piece I translated by Walser, which was really has some really beautiful imagery in it, and then a couple of his pieces one on Hölderlin and his poem to Georg Trakl, who I have translated into English as well, his poetry. So that all these authors and poets kind of link up, and they're all those that particularly interest me and with whom I feel a certain affinity.